right, so this is another one of our Scholastic News readings. Hopefully by now you've already gone through and visited the website, read the article, watched some of the videos, played the games, and you guys are experts all about Harriet Tubman and how she helped out with the Underground Railroad. I know we read a book about her, and I know when I was a kid, I thought it was an actual railroad, like with train cars, but it was just a bunch of people going back and forth helping the slaves to escape to freedom. So let's go ahead and take a look at the answers on the back. So you guys have already gone through, read all of this. I know for my first graders, you guys are excellent readers. This was a lot of reading. So I know the Read to Me feature on Scholastic News is very helpful because it's a lot of information in here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this very back page about how Harriet didn't quit. I thought this was amazing. It talked about some things that she did during the Civil War. We talked about the Civil War with President Lincoln in class, so you guys should be able to remember about that with Abraham Lincoln and the end of slavery. Talked about how Harriet worked as a spy and a nurse. In one battle during the Civil War, she rescued 750 slaves. And when the war ended, slavery became illegal. And when she was done with it, when the war was over, she opened up a home to take care of old people and sick people. And she lived to be 91 years old. I know you guys have already read this. I just wanted to do a real quick recap of all of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here about some of the things, the questions. And normally we do this together in class and we all raise our hands and vote on what we think is right. But let's just go ahead and do it together. What were Harriet's jobs during the war? So was she a spy and nurse, a doctor and pilot, or a teacher and lawyer? Well, if we go back and look up here, it talks about she was a spy and a nurse. So we know that would be the proper one there, the correct answer. After the war, slavery became legal everywhere in our country or illegal everywhere in our country. Legal means the law, illegal means against the law. So we know after the war, it says slavery became illegal everywhere. So slavery became illegal. Number 3, it says underline what Harriet did after the war. So we talked about that just a little while ago. After the war, she opened up a home to take care of old and sick people. And then talk about it. It says, this article says Harriet spent her whole life helping people. What are some ways she helped people? Think about what you read on pages 2, 3, and 4. For this one here, since it's a talk about it, I want you to find somebody at your house that you can talk about some of the things that Harriet Tubman did. So you could talk about some of these things that she did here, but we're going to look at pages 2 and 3 inside as well. We could talk about her escape, how she helped so many people go back and escape from slavery. We could talk about how she did disguises to trick people, and she helped over 70 people before the Civil War escape. So this is something I want you to just tell somebody in your house, or you can make a little video and send it to me also about some things that Harriet did to help people in her life. Okay? Now let's take a look at the Read and Think article, okay, or the Read and Think worksheet that you guys have. This kind of breaks it up in smaller pieces here. It says, read the article until you get to Harriet's escape. So you can go through and read this here, and read here and here. And don't forget to read the front too. In the front, it gives lots of information as well. Okay, so it says to read until you get to Harriet's escape, then stop. Harriet and her family were enslaved. What does that mean? So if we take a look back at the article here, it says they were enslaved, that they could be bought, sold, and forced to work all day. So we can write that here. Enslaved means they could be bought, sold, and forced to work all day, period. Okay? Read Harriet's escape, then stop. So we're going to go back and reread this. This is Harriet's escape here, this part here, down to here. Our question is, why was Harriet's escape dangerous? Well, it talks about in here, at the beginning, it says slave catchers used dogs to follow Harriet's scent. So we know there were slave catchers and their dogs tried to catch her. So we could write slave catchers and their dogs tried to catch her. Okay? All right, let's take a look. Number 3, read Risking Her Life. So Risking Her Life is here to the end of page 3. It says, what did Harriet help people do after she made it to safety? Okay? So after she made it to safety, what she did is she helped, this is all about how she helped other slaves escape. So what did Harriet do after she made it to safety? She rescued other slaves. Okay? Why was this so dangerous? Well, it lets us know if Harriet was caught, she could be hurt, enslaved again, or even killed. Okay? Why was it so dangerous? For those reasons. I'm going to move this up a little bit so it's a little bit easier for me to write. Okay? Let me go sideways. If she was caught, she could be hurt, enslaved again, or killed. Okay? Number 5, turn the page, read Harriet Didn't Quit. What is one more way Harriet helped people? Okay? And that was from the back. Okay? And we know another way that she helped people was she was a spy and a nurse during the war, and she opened up a home to take care of old and sick people. So I'm going to write all of those down. You can choose how many of those things you'd like to write down. Let me go a little sideways again. I'm going to say she was a spy and a nurse. She also had the homes that she opened up to take care of sick people. It's a lot of times called a rest home. So I'm going to talk about that. She also had a rest home for sick people. You could also put for older people that needed a place to live. So there's that worksheet. And again, you're welcome to press pause as we go through it. Sorry, it's just hard for me writing sideways. I'll try to get used to it. Okay, now our next worksheet here is our reading checkpoint. Okay, so our reading checkpoint here. Our escape to freedom. So we're going to fill in each correct answer. This lets me know what things you have learned about. Okay, what does the photo caption on page 4 tell you? Let's take a look here. 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Okay, so here's the photo. You zoom in, and this is the caption. The caption are the words here. It says, this is Harriet with some of her friends and family. So there's Harriet Tubman there and her friends and family all together in that picture. Okay, so let's take a look at number 1. What does the photo caption on page 4 tell you? The photo was taken a long time ago. Well, the photo caption doesn't tell us it was taken a long time ago. I can tell it was taken a long time ago from the picture, but the caption doesn't tell us that. Harriet Tubman worked as a spy Does it say Harriet Tubman worked as a spy? Nope. It said the photos show some of Harriet's friends and family. That's exactly what the caption tells us. So let's see. Okay. Number 2. Move this up a little bit. Number 2. Harriet inspired many people to escape on their own. What does that mean? Okay. If she inspired people to help on their own. So that's kind of a vocabulary. So we need to go back and find inspired. Here we go. Inspired is on page 3, just above the map of the United States. Okay, she inspired many people to escape on their own. She gave them hope that they can do it. So that tells us basically what inspired means. She gave them hope that they could escape on their own. So, does it mean she gave them maps of where to go? Does inspired mean she wrote letters to tell them about her escape? Or does inspired mean she gave them hope that they could do it? Well, we know we just saw that in our reading. So that lets us know the answer there. Okay, let's go up to number 3. Okay. What is this article mostly about? Is this about the life of Harriet Tubman? Is it mostly about the Civil War? Or is it mostly about Harriet Tubman's family? Well, it talks about all 3 of these things, but it mostly talks about the life of Harriet Tubman. It talks a little bit about the Civil War, a little bit about her family, but it mostly talks about her. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 4. Why was it risky for Harriet to go back to help her friends and family escape? Okay, this is a key detail from the story, and we talked about this one already. So let's not even look back at the story. Let's see if we can remember, okay? Why was it risky? It was really cold when she went back. If she were caught, she could be hurt, enslaved again, or killed. Yeah, that's a possibility. We talked about that one. No one knew who Harriet was. Actually, a lot of people knew who Harriet was. It talks about how she had to wear disguises because people recognized her. So we know our answer is going to be B. Okay, let's look at number 5. Okay, number 5. The article says Harriet Tubman spent her whole life helping people. Which sentence does not show how this is true? Okay, so what we're going to do, we want to find instances that are true. We're going to look for the one that is not true or is false. Okay, we're looking for the one that is not true. Which sentence shows how this is not true? Okay, she spent her life helping people. She opened up a home to take care of old and sick people. Well, that's true. I'm going to put a T next to that. We're looking for something false. She went back about 13 times to help people escape. Well, that's true. She spent her life helping people. She had a mother, a father, and 8 brothers and sisters. Well, that's true also. But is that true about how she helped people? No, it didn't. It was just a statement about who she was. So right here, we're looking for that one. All right. Great job, everybody.